Southwest of Mexico City, in Cuernavaca, is the studio of David Alfaro Siqueiros.
Los límites exactos de la forma. Dame la brocha con negro.
Siqueiros is Mexico's leading muralist. He is the last survivor of a trio of young artists who brought about a renaissance in mural painting. Breaking with the painting traditions of Europe, Mexican art was returned to its own traditions through the works of Siqueiros, Rivera, and Orozco. Here in Cuernavaca, Siqueiros is painting the largest mural ever created. It is for his people. It is their history. He calls it the March of Humanity in Latin America. So vast is its conception that he must use a scale model as a guide. The finished mural will be 3 times the size of Michelangelo's mural in the Sistine Chapel. Siqueiros has spent his life dramatizing his people's progress in his painting. They call him El Maestro. Never before has he worked on such a grand scale. In countless sketches, he works out every detail of the mural. In his sketches, as in the mural, he uses synthetic paints, colors that will last for centuries. For each figure, he makes studies to clarify the composition. While many modern artists have disowned the image of man in favor of abstract forms, Siqueiros' art follows and flows from his feelings for man. In his murals, he sees his people's lives in the context of social change and progress. About easel painting and mural painting, he says,
I, Siqueiros, believe that the difference between mural painting and easel painting is tremendous. The easel painting is for the museums, from the private collections. The mural painting is for the people in general.
The sketch he started grows to a full figure on one of the mural's panels. Yet it is dwarfed by the vast scale of the mural. In Siqueiros' art, heroic conception and monumental scale merge with his theme, the people of Mexico. The figure on the panel, mounted in place, achieves significance in the context of the total composition. The mural style of Siqueiros is violent and aggressive. He uses sculpture to give an added dimension. Colors and shapes move across the mural. Figures almost leap out at the spectator.
Tenemos que subir este panel de una manera precisa. Hay que tirar de los dos lados con exactitud, porque de la otra manera podemos crear un problema.
The mural is composed on huge panels that are fitted together.
Perfecto.
An army of assistants surround Siqueiros. Welders, students from his school of mural painting, an architect, and an engineer. To create his mural, Siqueiros is uniting sculpture and painting, a technique he calls esculto pintura.
Yes, I want to unite sculpture and painting in one single expression of art. I think what a mistake in the past to divide these two expressions that can be together and create a most deep and emotional expression in aesthetics.
His model is like a blueprint for him. He says,
I make a large-scale model because that gives me the possibility to find the reality that is going to be seen by the public in movement.
He works on many things at once. The model helps him to keep every detail of the mural in mind. In another part of the studio, he works on panels depicting the Mexican Revolution. The immense scale of the mural poses problems different from those of easel painting. When he stands close, he can only work on a detail. From a distance, he can see the entire composition and direct his assistants. The assistant is like an extension of his own arm.
El panel va a estar colocado a gran altura del lugar, como tú lo sabes. Entonces, precísalo con una pequeña inclinación.
While Siqueiros works in his studio, a building to house the mural rises in Mexico City, the Cultural Poliforum Siqueiros. The panels of the mural will completely cover the walls and ceiling. The panels are fireproof, and the mountings are designed to withstand earthquakes. The panels are mounted in place in Cuernavaca, so Siqueiros can see how they will look in the Poliforum. Each panel is a separate painting. Now he must unite them, make them fit into the composition of the whole mural. Where the panels join, he works to eliminate borders.
Bien.
Student assistants learn as they work. The students in his school ensure that the tradition of Mexican mural painting will continue.
Perfecto. Ya hiciste la inclinación y ves
His mural is so
el
big,
resultado.
and so many things are being worked on at the same time, that consecutive panels are often not near each other. This creates problems. The model helps to solve them. His problem now is to transfer a detail, a pair of hands, from one panel to a second panel in another part of the studio. A student assistant makes a tracing of the hands, which will be continued on the second panel. The tracing matches perfectly, and the problem is solved. The composition is now unified. As his work nears completion, Siqueiros becomes more and more critical. He makes constant improvements. Siqueiros' vision of his people's history is given final form. The march of humanity in Latin America is a realization of his bold vision.
The philosophy of my mural, the march of humanity in Latin America, and the constant struggle of our peoples in all the continents for a most advanced society, for a more integral liberty and freedom in all the spheres.
Now the people of Mexico have their mural. But to Siqueiros, the March of Humanity is just one piece of work in his lifelong communication with and for the people. Siqueiros never sees his work as finished. He will continue making changes until the last panel is taken to Mexico City. While the panels are being installed in the Poliforum, his creative work goes on. On another model, he designs the exterior of the Poliforum. Through his unceasing creativity, Siqueiros has achieved the stature of a giant in his time. He has helped to bring new life to mural painting and to create a vibrant cultural movement for Mexico, a nation where the history of art is counted in millenniums.